Al Caudullo for 360 Today, and I'm here with my good friend Millie Young, who has been, some call her the elephant lady, but we won't say that today. But Millie has been involved in elephant conservation and in animation. She's an animation expert, and she's got a new project that she's working on, and it's called Lost and Found, The Elephant in the Room. So why don't you tell us about that, Millie?
So the concept of the story of Lost and Found Elephant in the Room is actually part of something called the Millimations Elefunk Mini-Top Experience. And it's a story about a cartoon elephant and his friends who are in a circus, and they're playing around doing what look like circus acts. And actually the animation is using real human excuse me.
That's okay.
Real human circus acts.
Okay.
And acrobatics to give us the movement for the cartoon elephant. And he's trying to do these things, but actually he's not very good at them, and he starts to fail. And as he fails, he starts to realize he's not an elephunk, but he's an elephant, and that perhaps that's where he should be. So they all become elephants, and then we end up sitting with a herd of elephants running around us, and eventually they run out of the circus and leave us alone inside the circus.
And one of the things that we should mention is that this is an immersive experience. This is more or less an inversion of theater in the round.
It is an inversion of theatre, and that's a nice way of putting it. So it's 360-degree projection, 6 projectors. You're sitting in the middle, looking out at what's going on around you. So it is immersive. We have to look around. You cannot be passive and just look one way. If you do, you see some of the story, but not the whole picture. So it's a bit like life. And we have to move around and see what's happening. What's interesting is the music. The music is actually recorded by the Thai Elephant Orchestra in Lampang.
Now, when you say Thai Elephant Orchestra, this is elephants?
This was elephants that were part of a scientific experiment. They're not actually an orchestra anymore, but they were part of an experiment looking at how elephants respond to music. So the beginning starts with Beethoven's Pastoral Symphony, played by the marching band of Lampang School, and the elephants are playing instruments alongside them. This was
amazing.
This is just like one of the most amazing things. This was my introduction to elephants in Thailand, and I was like, what am I seeing? I thought an elephant was this, but it can be this, it can be this, it can be this. So this was incredible. And then later on, the only music you hear is actually played by elephants that are listening to each other with these instruments.
Oh, that's marvelous.
They weren't trained. This wasn't training like people are afraid of. This was elephants actually playing along and learning how to interact in a way that we've never seen before. So it was a fascinating study by a man called Dave Soldier, and he's at Cornell, I think, University.
Okay.
So we've got that as the soundtrack, which helps us in the anthropomorphizing of the elephants. We listen to them play music, we see them in the circus, and we love it. We can't help ourselves. Elephants are great.
Yeah, they are. Everybody loves elephants.
But there is a moment where it becomes slightly sad. There's a sense of melancholy in a way, and the elephants are kind of lost and trying to find their way out. So in a way, this is a metaphor for perhaps where we are with elephants now. You know, elephant conservation is in a transition. Elephant lives are in a transition. Where do they go? What do they do? How do we interact with them? So this is a kind of discussive point. The whole film is something so that it plays with your emotions, makes you think and see the world in a different way.
And that's what it's all about. And you're doing it at such a marvelous place. This is the Nelson Hayes Library in Bangkok. And there's this very old-fashioned, nostalgic feeling being in this place.
Yes.
And they've given you a wonderful room to have it in over there.
Yeah, it's called the Rotunda Room. It's actually it's a circular room. It's got a beautiful dome ceiling. Originally, I dreamt I was going to do the whole thing as a 360 on the dome roof as well, but that was problematic to set up, so I resorted to 360 panorama. I wanted to be in this library. I've had an exhibition here before, but I wanted to be here because I was using footage and photographs from Edward Muybridge.
Okay.
He was a photographer in the 1800s who broke down movement, and he famously did the racehorse, and everyone went,
Yes.
oh my gosh, all their legs go off the ground. It's a gallop.
Right.
And then he has elephants that he's done. So I was using his elephants. I was using footage of Pang Jim, who is the elephant in Dusit Zoo that I shot. And she was doing, rather sadly, she was doing stereotypical walk and behaviour. So that's part of the film. There's another part where Wana Lee, who is a beautiful elephant in Lampang at the Thai Elephant Conservation Centre, was part of a scientific experiment looking at, do elephants run? How fast do they go? So they had her on film with like the dots, like with motion capture, to see exactly how they move. So
That's amazing.
I've used all the influence of movement is coming from real life.
That's fantastic. Millie, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank
and
you.
I hope a bunch of people come and see this and enjoy it.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to take it all over the world.
There you go.
Thank you very much.